Make sure you use a vehicle-specific schematic for all fuel pump testing. All Chrysler fuel pumps are not wired the same. Then, turn the ignition switch to the run position and listen for the fuel pump. If you do not hear the fuel pump running, start by making sure that there's B+ at the relay. If not, check the fuse or make the repair to the wiring that goes up to the relay. Then, replace the fuel pump relay with a jumper lead. And you can see our tail is going to the left there, and we're showing you two configurations of different relay sockets, and we're using a fuse jumper to replace the fuel pump relay. This allows enough time to test the pump and its relay circuit. If the pump runs, then you're going to have to test the fuel pump relay. Make sure that the pump has B+. It should have battery power down there with that jumper in place. If B+ isn't present, repair the wiring between the pump and the relay. Once you're sure that you have B+ to the pump, check the fuel pump's grounds. Should be less than a ½ volt drop across the fuel pump's ground circuit. Now, if the voltage drop is greater than a ½ volt drop across the fuel pump's ground, clean and make a repair to that ground. Now, we're doing powers and grounds, and we always do powers and grounds because we're good electrical diagnosticians. But I will tell you, we're not looking for 0.6 or even 1 volt here. If we have a completely dead fuel pump, this ground's going to be falling off, dragging on the ground. But always do good basic electrical troubleshooting, and that includes powers and grounds. After you're sure that you have good power and grounds, but the pump does not run, replace the pump. You have a jumper lead in place of the relay, you have good power, good grounds, replace that pump. Now put the fuel pump relay back in, take the jumper out. If the pump runs with the jumper in place but not when the ignition is turned to the run position, you're going to have to test the control side of the relay. This is the control side of the relay test. Check for B+ at the relay control. If it isn't present at the relay control, test for B+ at the fuse. Replace the fuse or make a repair to the wiring. And you can see it's just one fuse and some wire going to the control side of the relay there. If B+ is present at the relay control, test the relay control from the PCM with the engine cranking. And you can see we're pointing down there to the wire that runs from the relay control side to the PCM. That should be less than a ½ volt with the engine cranking. If the voltage drop across the relay control ground is greater than a ½ volt, go to PCM testing. If there's B+ to the relay coil and the PCM supplies a good ground, well then replace the relay. You will now be returned to the test selection menu. Make a selection based on your test results.